I Aotearoa nei, he tirohanga motuhake tēnei e arataki ana I o mātou kaiauaha ki te hanga pakahi e rereke ana ngā whakahaerenga. He pakahi kei te rāngai e hau mai ana neke atu I te whitu te kaupiri o nā tāra ki te ōhanga o Aotearoa.
Kaitiakitanga, it's not an end point or it's not a tick on a box, it's not a certificate. What we hope to do is that people can see in the way in which we act, in the way in which we do our business, in the way in which we look after the environment, encompasses all those things.
A lot of the original influences stem from the landscape. Growing up in these mountains, trying to pass it on the same way you found it. And for me, that's not littered with plastic bandages.
There's an opportunity to reflect and understand how we can work better with nature to still benefit and thrive, but in a way that is more culturally sensitive, because there's been generations that have lived and thrived in this environment before.
AgriSea is a Māori-owned intergenerational seaweed innovation company.
AgriSea came about from my mum and her partner Keith going out woofing, and it was there on farm that they discovered the magic and the benefits that seaweed can have. They came home and started brewing and understanding and discovering all of our wonderful, beautiful New Zealand seaweeds. And Claire and I were blessed to be asked to help carry on that legacy, help build off their foundations.
We take seaweed that washes up on our shores and create seaweed products that are used in farming and food production, for human nutrition, for biomaterials, and have a zero-waste circular economy.
We make merino wool bandages from the finest merino wool grown in around this beautiful area. When I started Woolaid, I wanted to make a product that supports a landscape. It was a very simple fix of, well, nature provides this amazing material and the only option was plastic. So for us, it's given the option to not only heal better, but to heal the rest of this place. I thought someone would have done this before. It just didn't appear that this could be the world first.
When we started this journey as Envico, we used drones to help eradicate pests on remote islands all around the world. What we quickly realised is that it was one piece of the puzzle. How do we know that the pests are there in the first place, that this is the correct tool? So what we did is we developed an AI technology with thermal cameras to go and fly over areas and monitor these sites. That develops other technologies. If there is a pest in that area, can we go and invent another tool that helps solve a problem? We went on from that journey and elaborated, okay, well, now that we've got the pests gone, what is the next step? And the next step was regenerating habitat, regenerating forest. So we developed seed pods. The seed pod technology can reduce the cost of planting a native tree from $10 down to 10 cents. We can then accompany that with a drone that can increase the scale of somebody manually planting, say 2 hectares a day, up to 1,000 hectares a day.
That sort of IP development around experimentation with New Zealand seaweed species, it took us a long time to try and even understand what that was and what that meant. And actually was working with Callaghan has enabled us to understand and be able to articulate what our intellectual property is. Being able to understand how to protect the knowledge that we've built up, and then also how to share it in a way that other people can utilise it. And so that's that mahitahi, that collaboration.
The idea began in a notebook of just an iteration of scribblings, taking it from the notebook into something you can touch and will stack up in a medical grade. It's no small feat. The first responsibility I felt was to get it into a space to be able to ask Callaghan for quite a precise ask, and that for us has been biodegradation claims along with safety scientific claims as well. It's great having research being done here in New Zealand that's ongoing. So for us, it showed Woolaid biodegrades within 4 months, which is really exciting compared to plastic, which will just get smaller and smaller over many generations.
The support services that Callaghan assist you with are really assistance in that sense, the support network around you to help deliver on your goal. And the more that I guess you give, the more support you'll see around you.
The moana is it for us. It sustains us, it gives us our seaweed.
Humans, sometimes we think we are separate from our natural ecosystem. And actually, if we tune into the fact that we are part of it, we can create a really robust, healthy future where everyone is lifted. We've got a long history of using seaweed to enhance our soil, our crops, our people, our well-being as materials. So tapping into some of that long-held traditional and Indigenous knowledge, weaving Mātauranga Māori, Western science and practical farmer knowledge and valuing those different knowledge sets to make a strong kete or a weave.
There's mātauranga from everyone we bump into, and we really cherish it, and that's what's helped grow our business.
There's a lot of opportunity to reflect on ideas that have been done in the past and help those scale with new technologies. And it's almost like combining cultural knowledge and understanding with the level of science and technology that's there and combining those two together.
There's 58 billion plastic bandages in our ecosystem each year. So, to be able to leave a space like the one we're sitting in with a good economy, a good community, and healing soils that aren't full of man-made petroleum-based products. If that's my mark on the world, then so be it.
We'd just like to be a bit of a beacon. We'd like to be a place where people do see Māori companies doing well and giving it a shot, and participating in sectors that we might not have been in the past. And knocking it out of the park, really. So we just love kicking ass.
My simplified goal of the future is to see a kiwi in my backyard. It sounds simplified, but the amount of work, the amount of unity, the amount of development that needs to go in to make that happen is huge. So the opportunities are huge. So when you and I meet up in the future and you say, hey, show me what you've done, then let's just walk up the road and go and see a kiwi, and we'll know that we've succeeded.
E whakahaumako ana I te pūnaha rauropi auaha o Aotearoa me te ao Māori, Mātauranga Māori hoki, hei painga mo te katoa. He auaha tuturu e whai pānga ana ki tō tātou ao, ko ia nei ngā pakehi I whakatūria ai a Callaghan Innovation, ki te poipoi, ki te whakatipu hoki. Me nā ka whai toeri mai koe ki ēnei uara, he whakaro miharo hoki tāu, kōrero mai ki a mātou.